like in Staten. There's a lot of people who wouldn't know.
It's like, yo, man, you know what I mean? We like any other hood, you know what I mean? Wherever you go back then, you know, you got little block parties, you got little house parties and all that. When brothers be up in there, it might be 20 people. But the feeling was there. So it's like, yo, man, we carried on that legacy too. And it was like, based on we was the last ones to really get our chance to shine. It was like, yo, we knew that, yo, was last shall be first. That tells you that in the Bible, if you go through. You know what I mean? It tells you. So basically, you know what I mean? Like I said, we learned from the older brothers who went through their little struggles or whatever. I don't know if you was at the show, analyzing the show a minute ago, but I called up a legendary brother, you know what I mean? Where when I was young, and I couldn't come outside, you know what I mean? He was holding it down. So it's like, yo, it's legacies, man. And right now, you know, we growing up in an ill generation right now. So it's like we happen to come through at the right time, the right place. And now we here, you know what I mean? So now I feel like I'm a prophet to this shit right now. Because it's like, yo, whatever I do, it's gonna reflect on the next generation and the next generation. So we got to be aware of that, and you know, everything is just gonna be real. But hip hop ain't gonna stop its flow though. So, like I said, everybody going through this is a phase right now. This is a stage of life right now for everybody, every hood. You know what I mean? It's gonna be one man that's gonna do it and set it up for everybody else. You know what I mean?
Y'all finally kicked the door down, you know what I'm saying, dropped the Wu-Tang out, you know what I'm saying, slicing MC's necks with swords and justice, you know what I'm saying, but verbally, definitely. But check this out though, break down the science on the whole Gambino thing, it kind of like just came out of nowhere, boom, on your album, you know what I'm saying, what was the whole science?
That was just something at that time. See, people be taking it on some other shit, you know what I mean? That was just something how we was just feeling at that time. It was just nothing but a phase just going through. You know what I mean? At that time when we was doing it, we was watching a lot of mafia flex, whatever. You know, we trendsetters this anyway. You know what I mean? So whatever we say, people go ahead and follow. You know what I mean? So at that time, we just was like, yo, Gambino this, just zoning, slow phase. You know, we kind of got about that shit. You know what I mean? And moved on, niggas still dwelling in it. You know, all that stuff like that. You know, we keep it moving. You know, we elevate. You know what I mean? So it was just like a little chamber, just a little chamber for people. You know what I mean?
Plus, you know how we move, we attract a lot of brothers that, you know, finagling little things or whatever, and they got a strong head. So you a mob nigga in your own sense, because you know what direction you going and you know where it's gonna take you. So you know, we just was trying to show brothers like, yo, man, this right here is a mob right here, man. Regardless of what y'all call it rappers, we call it mafia, because I can't leave this. I can't get out. The only way out is death. You see what I'm saying? And we already made that vow to each other. So when we came with the names, it was like you said, just keeping it original. You know what I mean? Letting everybody know, yo, this is another thing for y'all to catch on to. Not only that, we started the 8 mans on, the 8 to 10 motherfuckers on stage now, but it goes on. You see what I'm saying? Because that's our duty right now. Our duty is to teach the uncivilized civilization. You know what I mean? Whether it's in a love form, a help form, they gotta come out right. And that's what we doing right now, showing and proving the righteousness with whatever we did. You know what I mean?
Yo, check this out. We're gonna go into some of their joints, you know what I'm saying? Glazes of Ice, Criminality, then we're gonna come back and close all this out. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang in the house.